Welcome back, family. You know what I need y'all guys to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, guys. My channel is growing. Despise not small beginnings. You understand? Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Comment, family. I'm trying to get into the YouTube algorithm. YouTube tripping sometime, but I'm going to keep peddling it anyway. Support my channel by going to the Cash App, guys, and donating there. It's $Drummer1980. I do appreciate you in advance. You also can support my channel by clicking on the super thanks located under the video, guys. Donating there as well. And like how I tell each and every one of y'all, I do appreciate you tenfolds over, hands down. I'm proud that you're rocking with me. Well, family, I'm back again. You know my motto already. I don't make believe, I make believers. I'm your gracious host, Drummer Boy 1980, hailing from the Carolinas, Columbia, South Carolina, if you're looking for me. I hope you're having a good day today. If not, you know the old adage. Ask yourself why you're not having a good day. And remember this, happiness is an inside job. Did you catch it? Happiness is an inside job, and it will always be an internal effect. Well, guys, we back today again with a reaction from none other than Jason Black, TBA. The master teacher is what I call him. Y'all already know the rundown. This is a very interesting conversation, so I'm gonna call your attention to the screen, guys. Let's go.
Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Let me get caller area code 910. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you if you
Hello?
speak. What is your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Asha Mwamba. I'm calling from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay, Asha from Fayetteville, and what is on your mind?
Well, I was told to call in, so I'm calling in.
Okay, then let's not play dumb. You know why you were told to call in then.
I think some of your people in the chat and others are perturbed, I guess, with the fact that I had mentioned something about Minister Farrakhan. And they didn't like what I had to say.
Now she's playing all dumb, by the way. You got to understand something. If a person is in the right, they don't run from their words. They just go ahead and get straight to them. And the fact that you're sitting up here milling around, that's your first clue that you're probably wrong in your positions, morally wrong and intellectually dishonest, that you will not stand by your words. You have yet to say what it was that you said that got you required to call in. That's called cowardice. And if you're a coward from your own words, then you probably shouldn't have said them.
I'm not a coward from my own words.
And yet you haven't said what you said yet. You're still stalling and hemming around. Why don't you tell everyone what you said?
I'm not exactly sure which particular comment I made that they want me to call in about, except the fact, I guess, one of my comments was that I was baffled that so many Black Americans are still following Farrakhan, who is of Caribbean descent. And I used to be a Pan-Africanist, and that's why I changed my name to Asha Mwamba.
What does that have to do with tonight's program?
No, you all were talking about Farrakhan.
Yes, ma'am.
So
second try. And what did your comments have to do with tonight's program? Second try.
I was just commenting on Farrakhan and my opinion about a lot of what he does is a distraction. It's not just for Black people, Black Americans.
Okay, and
so
what does that, how does that affect or change what we were discussing tonight?
I don't see how it changes anything. I was just commenting.
Then why were you if what you were saying was irrelevant, then why were you talking?
Because everyone else was chatting.
Okay, but nobody asked you. No one asked you to be the authority on what we were saying about Farrakhan tonight. Nobody asked you to chastise anyone. Nobody nominated you to do that.
I never said I was the authority.
Nobody asked your opinion. Nobody asked you to volunteer your viewpoint. And you just admitted
Everybody
your viewpoint
does
was
that in the chat.
But you just admitted that your viewpoint was irrelevant. Well, no one asked you to volunteer an irrelevant viewpoint. No one did that.
No, I didn't say mine was irrelevant. You
yes,
said it was irrelevant.
No, you just, I asked you what did it matter, and you said it didn't. Your viewpoint is irrelevant. Minister Farrakhan's Caribbean descent is relevant. Why?
Because I'm a Black American, and I want to follow Black American.
And tell me the
tell
me the inaccuracy or the error that you've seen in what we discussed with Minister Farrakhan tonight.
Well, for one thing, he is leading Black Americans into Scientology. And I just had a problem with it, and I just voiced it, and then I started getting attacked, I guess. But, okay, here we go.
You have entered the dimension of old niggas, of new internet service,
really?
And little old ladies, of Metamucil and mobile madness. Welcome to the old nigga zone.
Okay, I guess I'll have to start pulling back my support because
Ma'am, okay, ma'am, listen to me. Listen to me very, very carefully. If you think that Jason Black is the least bit worried about your 5 green stamps a month, I no offense, but it doesn't bother me. Go buy yourself some cat food or something. If you think that somehow was going to threaten me or bother me, no, you need to eat it or bathe in it. But I'm just giving you my opinion. If you think pulling back your support, ma'am, the only support that you need is Depends undergarments. Okay, I'm not worried about your 3 little old pennies that you give here. Okay, trust me, that doesn't bother me. The bottom line is Minister Farrakhan's Caribbean descent has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that we're talking about Israel tonight. If you've got some bone with that, that's a separate topic. Minister Farrakhan and Scientology. Minister Farrakhan is not pushing Scientology on anybody. And furthermore, I don't consider that to be any worse than what you see happening in the Christian churches on Sunday. It's the equivalent.
True.
I don't look to any man for my authority about what religious belief to have. So if that bothers you, then that's going to be a personal. Okay, obviously the fact that you will see as necessary to say something about it means that it does bother you. It bothers you a lot. Meanwhile, everybody else out here is not concerned about it. Religion is irrelevant. You can actually have any religion that you want to. Islam, Scientology, Christianity, Transcendental Meditationism. You can have whatever you want to. And when you're done with your religious belief, I have only one question. Now, what are we going to do about white supremacy? That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Your religion is irrelevant. Ma'am, your religion's irrelevant to me. And if he were pushing Scientology, that's irrelevant to me too. That's irrelevant. The only question, it doesn't matter whether he's pushing Scientology. That's why your statement was irrelevant. It only matters his position on white supremacy. Now, that is relevant. What is Minister Louis Farrakhan's position on white supremacy?
You say what?
What is Minister Louis Farrakhan's position on white supremacy?
I don't know what his position on white supremacy is. I hear him talking about Jews more than anything.
Ma'am, get your lying old decrepit ass off my phone. Now, there are some things I will accept, but there are others I absolutely will not have. Some dope-smoking, drugged-out, wannabe, a Phoenix Shakur-looking heifer jumping on my phone lying. I have had my differences with Minister Farrakhan, and I do have things I disagree about. But you will not sit on this phone for a man who has been stomping in the streets for 9 decades and lie on him. You will not do that. Now, that you will not be allowed to do. I will not have you come in here and lie your old little Miss Bitty ass off about this man. You can disagree with whatever you want to, but when you have to resort to lying, I don't know what his position is. That's strange. Minister Louis Farrakhan has become a metaphor in the white racist world. In the white supremacist world, he's a metaphor for anti-white supremacy. So for you to sit your Jolly Green Rancher built ass sitting up here, what you need to do is go get some Polident and get those dentures cleaned. This is the problem with them old niggas. You can have whatever differences you want to about Minister Farrakhan, but his track record against white supremacy is platinum plated. You can have whatever differences you want with other things, but don't sit up here and try to mischaracterize that because you ain't got a leg to stand on. And I do mean that literally. The arthritis probably got you on a peg leg now, and you sit in our chat room as if the rest of us are looking to follow you. By the way, that's the other problem. You're just jealous, like the rest of us are looking to follow you. Like the rest of us are sitting around trying to figure out what you think. Ooh, did y'all hear what Ashwa had to say? You know, that's the real, Jason is cool and everything, but you know, Asha, she has something to say too. I want to hear what that is. Really? Like all of us are sitting around waiting for you to tell us what's going on. We were all, man, you know, Louis Farrakhan, he don't really know what he talking about. We need to listen to Asha, what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Always some old folks here, nobody listening to them. He's from the Caribbean. Okay, you figured that out all on your own. By the way, what's this position on white I don't see how that's relevant unless you can show this position on white supremacy we would disagree with. Oh, we're on the same page there. I'm good. I'm good. As long as I don't give a damn where folk come from, as long as they're on code. The reason why we've made lineage an issue is for the folks who are not on code. Then you got some old dope smoking biddy wants to call it, I don't know why folks are still listening to him. They're listening to him because he's actually getting some work done, something you don't know nothing about. That's the whole issue there.
Well, family, I just let the whole clip play in. It want to break it up or just interrupt the flow of it. But as y'all can see, that the lady comments wasn't even germane to the conversation that they was ultimately having, right? So that's a problem. Whenever that you enter the room or just what have you, you have to stay on topic instead of jumping all around, skip hollering and lollygagging all around. Stay the course, stay on topic. But what I like about this particular clip, and I'm gonna highlight this, okay? Everybody know what Minister Farrakhan represent. Everybody know what the minister represent. Everybody know that. From the lowest of us to the most tip top of the upper echelon of us. We all know what he represent. And the lady go sit there and just tell a bald-faced lie, just fabricate for no reason, right? Fabricate for no reason. And that's a problem in the community, right? Like how Jason said, we all have our differences. I don't agree with everything what nobody say. Not 100%. But it's one thing that we can agree on. And that is this kerfuffle that we in. This conundrum that we have found ourselves in. Now, we can't agree on that. You heard me? I say we can't agree on that part. But not everything else, we might not agree on the method per se. But as long as we agree that something needs to be done and we need to be on code, the code is the leader. We always say that. And the code is nothing by where all black people stick together. No, it's not that. People with like minds stick together. Because you got some folks that look just like me, look just like my shirt that I currently have on. And their mindset is compromised. So we're not talking about skin color. We talk about bathing and basking in the truth. You heard me. See, but some people get into this pickle and they all anxious and they nervous. They have feelings of trepidation and consternation and And, well, I don't want to offend nobody. And, well, it's time out for that, man. It's too late up in the evening. You heard me? Did you get? I said it's too late in the evening for that. It is what it is. You have found yourself under the hand, the rule of a tyrant across the whole planet. And yet you sit there as though you have blinders on and you don't see nothing. Oh, it's black on black crime. That's why I can't stand Negroes like Jesse Lee Peters. The Hodge twins, the black conservative, Hotep Jesus, Officer Tatum. And I'll be here until 2028 naming these bootlicks on days. These folks like this will sit here and tell you, there ain't nothing going on. I don't see Lil Wayne got on TV. Do anybody remember that interview with Lil Wayne got on TV? You know, my life matter. I got hoes, I got bees, they life matter. What is this nigga talking about? And these folks know exactly who to prop up. The Candace Owens, the Don Lemons. They know who to prop up. But at the end of the day, what do Professor Black Truth always say? It doesn't come with a retirement plan. So just be on the lookout whenever they either slowly descend or either they reach a steep precipice and they just fall off into the abyss. Either way is fine with me. Don't care. Because you should have been on the right side of history. And let me make this abundantly clear for anybody watching this. Because I have people that watch this, people that I know, white folks, black folks, Asian folks. Y'all know me in person. Racism is one of the most cancerous things known to man. Because people use deputism as a driving force. What is deputism? I'm glad you asked. Deputism, put in a nutshell, is whenever that you have absolute power and you rule with cruelty in a oppressive manner, right? That's what it is. You find yourself in nepotism. Nepotism is simply whenever that you have power and you always show favoritism towards your friends, family, or associates. I can get down with white folks. I don't have no problem with white folks. I can get down with Asian folks. I have no problem with it. But I'm not getting down, and I repeat, I'm not getting down with people that's white or Asian or even black that have a white supremacy mindset. And just so happens, the people that rule over us have a white supremacy mindset. That's why this system was able to protrude through our everyday living for 400 plus years. Force itself upon us for 400 years. And every time that we try to make some headway, here comes some slewfoot devil coming in, trying to trip you up, trying to halt progress. I'm on the right side of truth. If a black person does something that's ratchet and out of pocket, I'm saying something. If a white person do it, I'm saying something. An Asian person do it, I'm saying something. If you are against reparations, I can't deal with you like that because you're not on the right side of truth. That goes out to my Christian folks. My Christian folks, well, Jesus, yes, Jesus is about restitution. Recompense. He always say, if you steal something from somebody, it's written in the Bible. And there's no interpretation or no interpolation. It's written plain as day as I'm sitting here. When you steal something from a man, you have to get that man double. In some cases, the Bible says 7 times. So how much have America and different European countries stole? So when is it time for us to get paid back tangibles? Not marching, not education, None of that. How is it whenever it's time for us to get our package or whatever, now all of a sudden, well, they might go buy Mercedes Benz with it. They might go buy, it don't matter what they do with it. It's theirs to do whatever that they want to do. If that was the case, let me spotlight. So if that was the case, they would have been gave it to you. But they know and they understand. Hear me. They understand. Everybody's not going to do that. Some people is going to turn them dollars over and keep flipping like a dryer. Keep flipping, keep turning. That's why they don't want to give it to you. If that was the case that you was going to squander the money, they would have been gave it to you. But they know Tulsa. And Tulsa wasn't the only place. Tulsa was not the only place. 1921, Tulsa wasn't the only place, but Tulsa was the most famous place, like I always say. They would have been giving you this money a long time ago for you to squander it, then everything would have been over with. But they know some of us will make $10 out of one. That's why it's so hard to get capital from a bank. It's like an act of Congress. You have to be squeaky clean on every level. And some of us do slip through the cracks. But I'm talking about on a upper level. Like, they should be black businesses, banks. I'm talking about galore. Banks everywhere. Distribution companies. Big pharma. Big pharmacy. Hospitals. Anything to sustain a community. Grocery stores. All of that. Your own school system. Your own colleges. Your own warehouse and business and manufacturing facilities. All of that. That's what I'm talking about. So then, when people don't want to treat you right, well, okay, that's fine because we have our own over here. See, but what it is they want to keep you destitute, dying, begging, grabbing, scraping, and you don't have no choice but to come to them. And then they would turn around and say, nah, look at them. They can't even do for self. Well, if you leave us alone, I guarantee you we'll do for self. And I call to your attention, that's why they don't want to leave you alone. So with that being said, I do agree with what Jason said. Leave the minister alone. The minister have a track record that's impeccable. He said 9 decades. And you can respect that. Do I agree with everything he said? No, I don't. I don't agree with 100% of nothing that nobody said. Okay? So with that being said, ladies, gentlemen, whenever you enter a conversation, stay on topic. Make sure you are germane, stay the course. With that being said, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Come on back to see me, guys. Shout out to TBA. Y'all already know TBA, the master teachers. He's one of the master teachers. I put him in the same category as a Nearly Full or Dr. French Chris West, to be honest with you. And he's humble about it. He always says that he's not that, but yeah, he is that. He is. So, guys, come on back to see me. And until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.